Said it before, you've heard it before. Closed mouths don't get fed, folks. It doesn't matter how great the service you have, how great your product is, how awesome and how dedicated you are to helping folks and helping families through tough transitions and dealing with the property, the real estate, the stuff. If folks don't know about it, if folks don't hear your product and services, they can't fulfill the desire or solve the problem they have because they don't know about you. Closed mouths don't get fed. What's going on? Courtney Rollins, as the intro says, back here with the Life and Transitions Experts podcast here where we help real estate professionals and folks who are going through transition. Well, we help professionals help those folks who are going through those big transitions in their life, such as um, uh, selling a property or a probate. We help families essentially deal with all the stuff, the house and the stuff. And so I wanted to talk today about ways that you generate leads. This is going to be like a more, I guess, 10,000 feet view of three ways that you essentially generate leads in really any market or any industry at all. And okay, so let's just jump in. So the three ways that you generate leads, and we'll talk about some of the pros and cons of each of those, are essentially prospecting, marketing, and referrals. And they all have their, pros and their cons. Okay. So let's take a deeper dive. All right. So prospecting, matter of fact, I'm sharing my screen here. If you're looking at this on YouTube, awesome. If you listen to this on a podcast, thanks for checking it out. And would love for you to go and look at it on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page, Life and Transitions Experts. You can also join us in our Facebook groups. That would be awesome as well. Life and Transitions Experts Facebook group. So let's see, share screen. And excuse me, like I said, I'm at a training in St. Louis, and so it is pretty awesome that I'm up here learning more so that I can share with my folks. But again, prospecting, going out and looking, marketing, attracting folks, and referrals, people coming to you, picking you. So prospecting, that's like the proactive going out there, going to get it, knocking on doors, text messaging, ringless voicemails. These are prospect. Think of like gold miners, the 49ers going out there and searching for deals and yeah, like the gold rush. You're going looking for it. You're not waiting around. You're not waiting for the phone to ring or for an email to come to you or anything like that. You go and seek it. Now, this is pretty awesome because there are some pros and cons. Let's look at some of the pros. Some of the pros, it's inexpensive. It requires hustle. Making calls, there may be some costs associated with it, but if you have a phone or if you have ability to move around, then you can go do this. Also, you're not necessarily dictated by other people's schedule. When I cold call, I get on the phone and I set the time when I want to call folks. And so we'll get there. It can be turned on and turned off. So let's say you want to go out and you don't want to keep working with leads, then you stop working on it. It stops working, and you can hire this out. And there's turnover quite often in the space when it comes to cold calling and door knocking, but you can hire it out. So there is some scalability there. Some of the negative side is that just like turn it off, if you turn it off, it turns off. So it says you describe hamster wheel marketing. If you aren't generating leads, if you're not making those calls, if you're not knocking on the doors, then more leads aren't coming in. We have to every single workday generate new leads. We have to keep filling up the top part of our pipeline, some form or some fashion, so we can have predictable deals. Also, there's a lot of burnout that takes place here because it can be a grind. That's why it's so important to know your why or to be an empowering leader that can help others do this work. But it can be a real grind, knocking on doors and making calls and monitoring your text messaging. And there's some stipulations I didn't put it up here, but there's some laws that are underway that's making and make it more challenging for you to send text and even to make some calls. And so those are some of the challenges there. Marketing. Now, again, I know we refer to all this as marketing. We are in the marketing world business. If you are a real estate professional, a professional home buyer, helping folks out, you have to be a marketer. But when we're talking about marketing here, we're talking about attracting people to you as opposed to you going out and looking for them. And this comes at a little bit higher cost quite often very higher because you're paying to get the people in front of you. It's like Super Bowl ads. Those are expensive because they know millions and millions and millions. Sorry, I had a little rock flashback, but millions of people are watching. They want eyes on them. They want to see. And then if they're presenting their product and services in a way that it connects to people's wants, desires, and the meaning that they can make out of those, the impact, the meaning they can make out of for them, then they'll probably often attract that lead. So we're talking about search engine optimization, following the rules of Google and Bing and all to have people when they're searching there for a solution, your page or your information pops up. Radio, TV, and print, billboards, and all those good stuff. Pay per click, magnetic signs, direct mail, social media content as well that feeds into search engine optimization as well. But these are ways that you can generate leads. What's great about them is that they are quite often more qualified than the prospecting. Prospecting, you're ahead of the cycle so often. People either don't want to sell or aren't in a place they want to sell just yet. So it takes a tremendous amount of follow up. All these ways require follow up. Don't get me wrong. But when someone raises their hand or goes to seek you, it is a much more likely that they're in the sales cycle that will lead to a conversion. And you can and yeah, so some of the challenges is that one of the great things about it is that SEO is evergreen. When you do search engine optimization, once you record something and you set it up there, it's there forever. So people can find you if they're searching the proper way. I get people finding me all the time from material like this, content like this, and I get to help a lot of people out because they get to see the work that I'm doing, the way I carry myself, and the services that I provide. I misspelled hire out if you're looking at the at this on YouTube, and it's driving me crazy. You can hire out, not hire, get hire out, but you can hire folks to work your pay per click and your SEO. And some of this is even set it in, I don't want to say forget it, but radio and TV, once you initially created the ads, once they're set, they're pretty much there. You put the magnetic sign wherever you place it, it's there. Direct mail, that is a grind. Those are some parts of it that are a grind. PPC and direct mail, managing your mail campaign, managing the PPC, pay per click is a challenge. Managing the social media content, constantly making those IG reels and those TikToks can be a lot of fun, but also is a challenge because you got to keep doing it. If you stop doing it for some of these, then you may fall to the wayside. So those are important to think about, to understand. And again, they're more expensive quite often than prospecting. But the other way to generate leads is through referrals, people coming to you. This is so awesome because you have a great, warm, you're edified for this lead. It's your circle of influence, people that you've worked with in the past, those happy buyers and sellers and vendors such as title companies and all those are great leads. They set you up on a pedestal or set the lead up on a really nice plate for you. So one of the great things about it is that it almost zero marketing expense. The leads are often super hot because they want to work with you because of the person that connects to you. And quite often they're larger spreads I found than the other leads. But of course that depends on the lead in your market. It does take time to manage. I think that's actually it's not as predictable, I suppose, is one of the cons, but all of the prospecting and the marketing should, if you're being loud and you've been proud and you're serving with great integrity or awesome integrity, they should generate referrals for you. A good majority of my business now is generated by referrals, and have become more proactive by connecting with related vendors such as estate planning attorneys that I can share leads and value and help those families I'm helping. I'll help those families I'm working with connect with great attorneys, and then they can send me leads as well, or send me leads so that I can help with the real estate side and help the families there. And this, you can take that to any world, any space, and it's an amazing way to do business, because quite often your folks who are referring you and you're referring out, you guys like each other, and the people that you're serving quite often are happy and are served well. So it's like a really, really awesome way to do business. Who doesn't want to do business with people they know, like, and trust, and make money along the way? All right, so that's three general ways. There are ways that you're going to generate leads. Prospecting, going out there, being proactive, not as expensive. It is a grind. Marketing, you're bringing people into you. They're a little more qualified. It is a little more expensive. It still definitely is a grind that you need to, focus on and continue to do if you want to keep it going, of course. And referrals, those are awesome. You have to really can protect your reputation, do what you say you're going to do, and serve with high integrity. And that's a great thing right there, right? So hope you go out there and do it. If you need support or help talking more about how, or thinking more about how to generate leads, or really any support in your real estate journey, reach out to me at doreideals.com. You can sign up for a free consultation there, and I'd love to chat with you and see how we can be a part of each other's journey. All right. Of course, this is Life and Transit Experts podcast. So if you listen this far long and you know someone who may need support in their estate planning, maybe the family is experiencing probate, or maybe they're trying to avoid probate, reach out to me as well. You can go to my estateproservice.com and set up a consultation. Or really, all roads lead to Rome. So we'll make it happen. And appreciate you all. Rising tides, it lifts all sails.